Hello Aquarius, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If Aquarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we've got an Eight of Wands to start us off. I feel like you lately have been, you're usually a very calm person. You know, I think that you just kind of, you have a certainty about yourself. You have a confidence. It's a calm, assertive energy. But I feel like right now there's a little bit of anxiety about something. Okay? This feeling that we need to move in a certain direction, but we don't know where or why. It's a feeling of restlessness, I think. Yeah. It's maybe just this idea that for whatever reason you feel like you can't stay where you are. Maybe there's some bad energy around you right now. So really, in some ways, you feel like it doesn't matter which way I go as long as I'm not staying right here. Yeah. We're going to put this card into some context. Let's see why you feel this way, maybe what we do about it, and what's in your future. All right, let's see. Oh, look at that brilliant sun. Beautiful sun card. We have a Princess of Wands and a Three of Pentacles. Okay, Seven of Cups, but an Ace going forward. Okay, yeah. I kind of get an idea of what's going on with those cards there. Here we have a Prince of Swords, which I should say, the Prince of Swords is that fixed air energy, which is your superpower, right? This is your superhero card. So I feel like over here, you kind of get your confidence back, right? Over here, we're still kind of, we're still upset about something. We're still upset about this over here, right? But as we move forward, if we can reorient ourselves toward the future, I think we're in for a really big surprise. I think we're going to get this confidence back, right? We're going to get our power back. There's a 10 of Swords leading to that devil energy. Wow, that goat energy at the end. That's wonderful, because the goat energy is that ambition, right, to create your best life. This is the energy that's going to climb the mountain, okay, and get to that best life. This is really going in a very good way here. We're going to select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right here and put our tiny horse, Mr. Ed, right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If you have a prediction for that card, please put it down in the comments. We'll do it together, right? We'll make it a group exercise. Yeah. All right. Looking around the room here, we see the sun and we see the devil, right? And I think that's absolutely perfect, because it is sort of it's a clarity. It's a confidence returning here. It's kind of, with the sun card, you're able to see the purpose behind everything. You're able to see past, present, and future, lifetimes in the past, lifetimes in the future with the sun card. Okay? And it really is, I think, an optimism. I think it's a realization that you're better off without whatever this was. And this is what's causing you the anxiety. Having this clarity is giving you the path forward, right? The new goal, the beginning of this new path. And honestly, I think that you'd been part of a team, and it's not working out anymore. Okay, and it feels really bad. I don't know if this was a family thing, if this was a romantic sort of partnership, but I feel like there was this team, and we were supposed to be a team, you know. And then something happened, and the sort of the glue that held the team together just sort of dissolved. Yeah, and I think it became a rather toxic situation. We've got that devil energy at the end. And maybe the devil energy is saying that you're better off doing this by yourself than with whoever you were working with before. And maybe the idea here is that by being willing to be solo right now is going to prepare you for any sort of partnership or team or group effort that's going to be coming your way in the future. You know what I mean? We have to be willing to just sort of do it on our own, right? And be strong enough and confident enough to do it on our own. If we meet with the right people, if the right sort of team emerges in the future, then that's even better, right? But the strength to do this on your own, I think, is there, and I think it's very important. That goat is sort of a solo climber, right? But this is the energy that says you have everything you need within you to do this. Okay? Feels like maybe it's a business, financial thing. It could be something about the home or a family thing. We got fire. We've got water. We've got air, air, and air. We've got earth, earth, and earth. So the combination, the one-to-one sort of combination of air and earth, right? We have, of course, like I said, our 3 air cards and our 3 earth cards. In a way, it's saying that whatever you're focusing your mind on right now is the reality that you're going to have. It's the reality that we're creating, right? Every thought is a creative act. And so what we need to do is sort of change the way we're thinking about things. And when we look down here beneath the surface and we get this Princess of Swords, this is an energy that's still sort of looking back this way. And maybe hasn't let go of this situation yet. They're still trying to fight to get something back. Right? It's sort of like we're knocking on the door trying to get back in. Okay. I'm getting the impression that somebody took advantage of you, or somebody did you kind of wrong. Yeah? And the Princess of Swords is that part of you that wants to know why. You know? That is just like not gonna leave it alone till you get some answers. Well, I think this is keeping us attached to that previous energy, whatever it was. That's keeping us locked into that sort of that thing, that energy, that cycle, right? So the 3 of Pentacles is that cycle. This was the group. This was the idea of the teamwork that you and this other person or this group of people were working on something together, building something together, right? And it never had a chance to actually manifest until it became toxic, and I think that you're realizing that you need to go in a different direction. Okay? But there's part of you that's still fighting for it. Okay? The 3 also is one stage before the 4. And to me, the 4 is going to represent the conclusion, the completion, that we're getting away from it, that we're getting some sort of closure. Whether we get the answers we want or not, we're going to find closure. And so this Ace is completing the cycle here. Okay, the 3 becomes the 4, and we're done with that cycle. And the only way that we can have closure about the past is by taking the next step into the future. Okay, this was something, and maybe there was a few of you who were going to start a business together or something like this. Maybe it was you and another person who were going to start a family together, right? It could be any of this sort of thing. It never got off the ground. Okay? And it's something that you still sort of want. It's not that you lost interest. It's not that you realize that there's something better for you to do. No, you still want, and that's why the Princess of Swords, I think, is still knocking on the door saying, hey, give me some answers. What happened? Why is it like this? I think what's being called for with this Sun card is you really accepting the way things are and realizing that, your anxiety here, your restlessness is real, and we have to move forward in this direction. And maybe it is a solo direction. Just because the group that you were with or the partner that you were with, that relationship became toxic, so we got that 7 of Cups up there, doesn't mean that this is not still something that is part of your destiny, that is meant for you. Okay? So you're being told to move forward. But it's difficult when we got this 7 of Cups looming up above us. It feels like it's raining, acid rain. It's like it's a swamp that's just kind of coming down on top of us. It's this flood of very icky feelings, And there's really not much to do with the 7 of Cups except to struggle to move through it. We could stand here in the quicksand, not moving, probably be okay for a while, may start getting hungry, but we can try to take a step forward and get out of this. If we are doing that with an 8 of Wands energy, frantically trying to get out of the quicksand, what is it going to do but suck us down faster and harder, You have to be very calm and deliberate when you're getting out of quicksand, right? Otherwise, you're gonna sink faster. The more you struggle, the more it gets a grip on you, right? So we need this sort of calm, assertive confidence of this Sun card. And the Sun card really is calm and confident because it knows that this is not the end of the path for you. This is not something that has failed or is, this is a little blip on the radar. This is just a little bump in the road of your greater destiny. So the clarity of the Sun card can see the past, the present, and the future in the larger context. You can see things from this cosmic perspective. And you know that whatever this endeavor is, whether it's a project, if it's your life path, if it's building a business or a family or a future, whatever, it is still meant for you, and you are still on this path. Just because the people that were there with you aren't there anymore doesn't mean that this is not still your path, right? And I think that the realization, the sooner you come to that realization, the sooner we can get out of this quicksand, get away from these icky feelings, and get into our confident, bright energy and take this next step forward on the path, which is symbolized by this Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so it might be that you have to sort of rethink your plans, right? There might be some little adjustments, some tweaking that needs to take place, but you're moving forward. And right now, that's what you need, is that step in the right direction. By seeing this in context, putting this into perspective, taking this next step is going to give you the closure. You got to take a step away from this, or away from that person or that group of people, because they're not with you in this anymore. Okay? And I believe that you're better off. I believe that this is actually a real miracle, a real blessing for you, that you're done with this toxic energy, because I feel like the longer it took for you to have this experience, the more difficult it would be to get out of the situation. You're dating somebody for a week, and then there's all this 7 of Cups energy. Okay, it's not so bad, I walk away. What if you're with somebody for 7 years, and then you realize all this 7 of Cups toxic energy? You're in a much worse position, right? So I feel like it's a real blessing and a real miracle that you're learning as early on as you are, before this thing really got built and started taking off. Now, it may be a lot easier to have the closure and to walk away than if this was a lot more complicated. Okay? Right now, that's that 10 of swords in the position of what you don't want, is your inability. You don't want this to end. You don't want this partnership to go the way of the white elephant, you know? You don't want it to be over, right? Because it feels terrible, and it feels as if it means your dream was over. Okay? Spirit's saying that there was some event or some accident involving water with you. Maybe when you were a kid. I don't know what that was. If you fell into a pool, or if there was someone pushed you, or if there was something, some memory you have of a very intense experience near water, whether it was an ocean or a lake or a stream or like a swimming pool or something. Yeah. Anyway, the 10 of swords right now is what we don't want. We don't want the ending, but when we get to the path of the serpent, we realize that's what we need. Okay, this card is a very important card in every reading. It's what we don't want, but it's what we need. Right now, we don't want it. Eventually, we're going to realize, yeah, we need this to end, because that's the only way you're actually going to achieve any success. It feels now like being away from this person is the quicksand, is kind of holding you down and has these icky feelings, right? But I think what you're going to realize is that if you were to stay in that group, in that partnership, whether it's one person or many, staying with them would have been the quicksand. See? So it's as if you're dodging a bullet here. Okay. And it may not be easy to realize that right now, but what we do need to see is that there is a path forward. Okay? You see, it may feel like a loss over here, but I don't feel that it really is. We're going to talk about the path of the serpent, and as we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free, and it supports the channel, and I appreciate that. So here, we come to this fixed air energy, that Aquarius superhero card. And this is your ability to innovate. This is your ability to sort of create in real time. Yeah, it's your ability to adapt and to adjust. You really have a very resilient energy, and I think you're very forward thinking. You don't like being stuck in this past energy. It doesn't feel good at all. Feels like we want to be pushing, we want to be working, we want to be creating, we want to be pushing the boundaries, we want to be pushing the envelope, You want to be, you want to be doing something, you want to be making progress here. And this is really a firm, committed energy. It's kind of like we're taking the Princess of Swords and we're saying, come on, we're getting out of here. We're moving forward. Okay. And sometimes this is a lot of air energy, right? It's fixed air energy. It's air and air, double air. Sometimes this is just the idea of the mind, the intellect, overruling the heart. Right? Because what we see here, the Seven of Cups is overruling the Princess of Swords. Because for the Princess of Swords, this feels very real. Okay? It's emotional energy, but it feels like something heavy weighing on you. It feels like you're being pulled down into the swamp, in the quicksand, So in this case, it is the emotions ruling over the intellect. But I think that the pure air we see here with your superhero card is the air, then your intelligence, your reason, if you will, is pulling us out of the quicksand here. Okay. This could be even a situation where you thought you were going to be accepted or invited into a group, and it didn't happen the way you expected. Okay. So we're pulling ourselves out of the quicksand. We realize, Two of Pentacles, things are changing in the environment. So So literally, we're doing different things now. There was maybe a delegation of work. Everybody had different responsibilities or whatever. Now you're realizing that, nope, now the workflow is different, let's say, with this, okay? But it's part of your Aquarius energy to be able to adapt to that. That you're finding a very efficient way to do everything. It's kind of like if you're in a partnership with someone, let's say, at home, domestically, in your house, like a life partner, a romantic partner, even roommates maybe, that could be the situation. If there was a certain flow to the energy, to the day, to the work, to the chores, Now you're having to find a way to take care of everything yourself. What we don't see here is a 10 of Wands, which, that's a good thing. But I think it's a testament to your adaptability and your innovation and your resilience that you're finding a way to just take care of it. You're going to get everything done. You're still taking care of your responsibilities. You're still being very proactive. And I think the idea here is not to waste any time or mental energy banging on the door back here and saying, I want answers. The easiest thing to do is to let it go and to start figuring out how we're moving forward, what we got to do to keep things going. If this is a business and your partner bailed on you, okay, whatever, their loss. I've got to figure out how to keep this thing going. You got to figure out how to take on those, to pick up the slack, to do that extra work that they sort of abandoned. Okay, maybe the 7 of Cups is that feeling of abandonment. And that feeling's not going to go away necessarily, but we can override it a little bit in order to take care of our responsibilities. Yeah. The 10 of Swords that we're coming to, of course, is your realization that this has to happen. That you getting stuck in this situation, it would have been bad eventually anyway. Better we accept it now while it's easier to move on, rather than 10 years down the road and then it's a real complicated mess, right? So the 10 of Swords is, again, it's that card we didn't want. Now we realize that we need it. We need to put an end to this. We need a clean break. We need to just totally forget about it, right? Maybe forgive, right? But maybe not forget, because we don't want to repeat that kind of situation. Maybe this is the idea of, okay, how did we get ourselves into that? Why did I not see any red flags? Why did I not know that it was going to go down this way, that person would leave, or that they would just, I don't know if they lost interest, or if they just decided that it's not their path, So we want to remember the experience, but we don't want to have any sort of attachment to it for the time being, because we've got to pick up the slack. There's still a lot of things to do, And we end here with this devil energy, which I think is very appropriate. It's a solo mountain goat. It is you climbing this mountain, you with the full ambition. And I kind of feel as if you're going to have an easier time and a more enjoyable time doing it yourself right now anyway. This 7 of Cups would be here eventually. Might as well get it out of the way now while you're still young, while this situation is not so complicated. And that devil card really is climbing to the very top. I want to look at the mystery card. But first, let's do one of our empowerment oracle cards. And we have 2. Look at that, they got stuck together. The Peaceful Pond and the Sacred Journey. Those are nice. Okay, the Peaceful Pond. I'm at peace. I'm a pond as still as glass. I'm at peace with everything that has happened, everything that will happen, and everything that is happening. I accept reality as it is. I carry peace, right? The Peaceful Pond. So it's not a quicksand. It's not a swamp anymore, right? Now it's a peaceful pond. And we also have the Sacred Journey. I am a brave explorer on a sacred journey. I do not let the expectations of others decide my future. I boldly explore my world to discover destiny. I look to the constellations of my heart to steer me. Your spiritual heart, not the emotions there, right? So we're turning the 7 of Cups swamp into a peaceful pond. And we are turning to your superhero card, which, Aquarius, you are the star card, right? We're turning to that idea of the sacred journey, that this is your sacred journey, and whatever you expected of others, they didn't fulfill, fine. You're still this star, right, the sun, on this sacred journey. Yeah, I like it. Mystery card, the star card, right, your superpower, which is the revelation of your sacred journey. I think that, or I think some really good water, 10, 9 of cups, Empress energy would be real nice. Let's see what we have. Well, we have a Page of Pentacles. Okay. Sort of figuring out how to do things in a new way. I think this is very good. This is kind of a card that's saying, hey, look, you put in all the effort, all the rewards are going to be yours too. There are advantages to doing things solo right now. Okay? And this is you sort of picking up the pieces, figuring out how to make it work. This is, in the Thoth, this is the Princess of Pentacles, right? Which to me sort of represents you witnessing all the verdant energy returning. All the greenery is coming back. All the life is coming back into the world for you. Okay? So if we think of a swamp, nothing's really growing there. It's swamp. I mean, I guess stuff does grow, but let's think of it like this is just, decay and toxic and whatever. In the peaceful pond, life can grow, life can return, and it is that beautiful, abundant, healthy, sort of nourishing life that you want. Yeah. So I think this is really very, very good. This, I think, is you having this realization that all the love and the abundance and the reward and the prosperity is here for you. Right now, I think that you're experiencing this perhaps on your own, right? That the work that you're doing is, the path itself, the sacred journey is a solo journey, right? Your destiny is yours alone. Even though people may come in and out of our lives, it is your journey to behold, right? It is your experience to have. And so whether we have our loved ones with us, some people don't want to be in our life anymore, that's okay. Either way, it's a solo path, right? We're all hermits on this journey, in a way. And people will come and go into our lives. Some people will stay for the duration. They're on their own journey too, though. All right? So I think this is us aware of this and becoming comfortable with this, appreciating this, and realizing that this awe and wonder and joy and beauty, this return of all this green life growing, you're experiencing that, okay? Because that's your path. That's part of your journey. And there will be more people to share it with. This was not your person. They were not your people. Okay? I'm going to cry here. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Aquarius, Thursdays and Sundays. If you don't want to watch the extended here, go over to the website, doveandserpenttarot.com. Sign up over there. If you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel yet, though, please do. It is free. It doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment for me and, let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we are all in this together.